Hello everyone, my name is Ivo and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. Today folks, we are going to bake a stuffed chicken breast. Easy to do and yet so tasty. Let's get started right now. So I have two beautiful chicken breasts right here, and the first thing we got to do is butterfly it. So try to leave the long side away from you, and then with a knife, just cut up the middle. And don't cut all the way through because we're going to butterfly that and open it up just like that. So do that for both chicken breasts. Once you have them butterflied, what we're going to want to do now is just pound it with a piece of plastic, and we're going to pound it flat to about not too thin, but about a 1/2 inch thick. So let's get this pounded. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. There we go. So let's stuff this one first and then we'll work on our second one. But basically, we have that beautiful chicken breast there. Let's start with a piece of prosciutto. So let's get some nice prosciutto here. So 1 slice of prosciutto, which is sliced nice and thin. We're gonna put that on, and in fact, we'll put another slice on the other side. Okay, there we go. Well, that's looking good already. Okay, so we've got our sliced prosciutto. Now, what I'd like to do is let's add some roasted pepper right now. So I got some roasted pepper here. So we're gonna add a little bit of roasted pepper. Next, I've got some feta cheese. So let's take our feta and let's cut some feta. This is going to add flavor and a little bit of saltiness too, folks. Okay. And maybe one more. Love my feta. Okay. You can substitute. You could use goat cheese. You could use mozzarella cheese, whatever you prefer. Today I'm going with feta. And I also have some sun-dried tomatoes here. If I can get the lid open. Okay. We are going to add, these are beautiful. They're packed in olive oil, which is really, really super nice. Okay, and now, one more thing. I went and cooked some spinach. I sauteed some spinach in olive oil and garlic, and if you want to see how I did that, I have a recipe. I'll put a link in the description for you. But we are going to add some sauteed spinach. You could add raw spinach too, folks, if you'd like. I just like to use the cooked spinach because it has more flavor and it's easier to handle, and I can get a little more in there. Okay, perfect. So now that we have that, you know what else we could do? We could finish with a layer of prosciutto. So let's do that. Again, saltiness and flavor with the prosciutto. Really, really nice flavor. If I can get that slice off. Come on. Okay, I made a mess of that. All right, it's still gonna taste the same though. All right, so now take one end and we're gonna roll it. Just roll, tuck and roll, tuck and roll, tuck and roll. A little bit of pressure, and then when you're finished rolling, what we're going to do is I need some toothpicks. Okay, we're going to take some toothpicks and we're going to close this shut. Whoops, not like that. Let's try that again. Okay. Oh, I'm losing my feta. All right. I'm just going to stick it right through. That's better. All right. 2. Let's get another toothpick. 3. I'm going to use, let's see here. I'm going to put another one here. 4 toothpicks. That's not bad, but I think I need more. Let's go one this way. 5, 6 toothpicks. Okay, there we have it. All right, that is one beautiful stuffed chicken breast. Let's do the same thing to this one. And we got this one filled. We're gonna do the same thing. Get it rolled. Tuck and roll. Try to keep it all together. There we go. Now that they're both stuffed, we're gonna add a little bit of salt to taste, but be careful because the prosciutto is salty and I salted the spinach when I cooked it. So just be careful, but add salt to taste. If you wanna add black pepper, you can do it now as well. Now, for the fun part, we are gonna add some of your favorite. You could use barbecue sauce, any kind of sauce you want, but I'm gonna use, I have a little bit of Portuguese sauce here. I'm gonna put a little bit on my parchment paper. Take that beautiful stuffed chicken breast and just cover it with the chicken sauce that you're using. Okay, and for today's purposes, I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna use a chicken and rib sauce as well, just to do 2 different variations. But this Portuguese chicken sauce is really, really, really good. So here's a chicken and just a plain old chicken and rib sauce. Whoops. Okay, put a little down. I'm gonna put the fold side down, and then I'm gonna coat it with the barbecue sauce. That's gonna help retain some moisture and of course add flavor. All right, my stove has been preheating, so let's make our way over to the stove. Okay, and it's not the stove we're going to, it's the oven we're going to, because we're gonna bake these. So I've been preheating the oven at 375, and I'm gonna put these in. Now these gotta cook for probably 25 to 30 minutes or until the internal temperature is at least 160 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna use a temperature thermometer here, but you don't have to. Typically 25 to 30 minutes should be cooked, but let's get it in. Now we just gotta be patient, let the oven do its job. So we've hit 165 degrees and it's exactly 25 minutes to get there. If you're using your bigger oven, go the extra 5 minutes because it cooks faster in a smaller oven. A larger oven, you're gonna wanna go the 30 minutes. Okay, let's take it out. Ooh, oh yeah. Oh boy. That, folks, looks really good. Take that probe out. Very nice. Okay, let's get this, let's get it plated. Now, I can't remember, this one was the Portuguese sauce. Wow, juicy. And this one was the chicken and rib sauce. Now, you can add more sauce. I see there's a little bit of juices here. I'm gonna just baste a little bit with that. But you can definitely add a little more sauce on top right now if you'd like. And I might just do that. But let me baste these ones right now with what I've got. Always my favorite part. Okay, I think I'm gonna take the one with the Portuguese sauce, that one right there. So Laura can have the one with the chicken and rib sauce. And, oh, that deserves a photo, I think, right there, folks. Okay, and of course, before I begin, just a little splash of my homemade wine. Cheers. Okay, so now I've got a ton of toothpicks in here, and let's just start removing some. Get some removed. I'm gonna cut it right up the middle, folks, and we'll take a look and see how it looks. But it smells delicious. Okay, there's more toothpicks in here than there is chicken, eh? There's toothpicks everywhere. Okay. Let's cut it right up the middle. And did I forget a toothpick? I did. I did forget a toothpick. Usually I take account for the toothpicks, folks. But let's just take a look at this. What a masterpiece. Folks, look at there. Isn't that nice? It's steaming hot, I know, but I don't want to wait any longer. I want to dig in. All those beautiful ingredients we put in there. Oh, that deserves another photo, doesn't it? Time to dig in. Okay. Wow, that looks really nice. I'll start with a little corner here. Beautiful. That's why I like that cooked spinach, because you can get a lot of it in there. My goodness, folks. That is absolutely delicious. Healthy, great ingredients, quick and easy to make, unbelievable flavor. You have to give this recipe a try. It's not hard to do, and you've seen how fast it comes together. The main time is the cooking time, the baking time, right? You need that half-hour bake time. What a great selection of filling. That sun-dried tomato and the prosciutto, 2 thumbs up. Amazing flavor. Folks, wherever you're tuning in from, I really hope you give this recipe a try. It's so good. Cooking in the kitchen, best place to be, lots of fun. Hope you give it a try. And I want to thank you for spending time in the kitchen with me on today's episode of Cooking with the Koyas. And as always, until next time, buon appetito and salute. I better call Laura because I could easily eat both of these. But you know, with a side dish of rice, a little bit of vegetable, a little antipasti, glass of wine, salad, you got yourself a great meal. Am I looking forward to this?